So we're currently in a space station. We're inside the hangar bay, which I guess would be like being inside a carrier. And so, just like on a carrier. Oh wait, the Air Force doesn't have aircraft carriers. Ah. We're gonna take our elevator up to the carrier deck because apparently we're in the Navy. And I'm gonna begin panning over to my right panel and looking through my modules to make sure I don't have anything against the race rules fitted, and then checking to make sure the fuel scoop, for example, is off, cargo hatch is off to save power, planetary vehicle hangar is off to save power. Everything else is gonna be fine. Our jumps aren't optimized, but they're gonna be good enough. I'm gonna open the galaxy map and go to my bookmarks and bookmark. I have a bookmark. I'm going to plot a jump to the first stop. This is the galaxy map. This is kind of all like the human bubble here. And this is the entire fucking galaxy. All 400 billion stars of the Milky Way, complete with Sagittarius A at the middle. And here, the itty bitty human bubble. Human bubble. No. But anyways, let's plot our course. Excuse me. To number 1. Then we will pop out of that, get ready to launch. Our timer begins recording at launch, and so we'll wait for 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 launch. Thrust up, landing gear up, twist, blow through the dock, go on the green side, bang, none of the safety regulations. I am boosting with afterburners until I am out of mass lock. I have mass lock for 7.5 kilometers around every station. Once I'm out of mass lock, I can begin charging my friendship drive to jump to the next star system using faster than light travel. So there are 3 types of travel in this game. One is normal space, like now, where I'm traveling at about 300 meters per second. Kind of normal. This is witch space. This is how you travel from one star system to another using your frameshift drive, which is more appropriately called your friendship drive, because that's what it always sounds like when the robot calls it that. So we use our friendship drive, and then this third one right here is called Super Cruise. So you'll notice in the bottom middle, in the bottom middle I've got my radar screen, essentially. In the upper right of my radar screen, I've got my current speed, which you'll notice is denoted in C, which stands for the speed of light. So I'm currently traveling at multiples of the speed of light, but nowhere near as fast as jumping from star system to star system. So this is the heart of buckyball racing, is traveling in system at multiple times the speed of light, because we're going from planet to planet. And then the tricky part is diving into these gravity wells, because you can only speed up or slow down at a certain rate when you're warping space around you with like some form of Alcubierre drive. So that you're going faster than the speed of light. So I'm going to come in, and I'm going to I've been braking and twisting around, and I've got Al Qaim Hub is my goal, but I don't want to come in too fast or I'll overshoot it. That's what we want to avoid, but I don't want to come in too slow or, I lose the race. So I'm going to go by the planet to brake, and that kind of slows me down. And then I'm able to come in, and then I'm going to drop to normal space. Now I'm in normal space. I can go, once I'm within 7.5 kilometers of the station, I can request docking. I do not see pad 2. I'm going to ask for a new dock. New dock. I don't see anything, so I'm going to have to go around. I'm guessing that pad 1 is going to be on the other side here. So I'm going to slow down. Landing gear out. I was right. I've got to flip around. Shit. We're going to bump a little bit, but not too much. Come in and land on the pad. And then immediately we want to launch again. Then I'm going to open my galaxy map and go to bookmark number 2, which is another short jump away. Get out. I'm going down the elevator, turning around, and then coming back up. And then I'm going to pop my landing gear up, boost away from the station, and once again I need to boost 7.5 kilometers away to get out of mass lock. It actually might be smaller Let's see, we're at 3 kilometers. Ooh, it looks like it's only 3 kilometers for the tiny station. So since that was an outpost instead of a full-size space station, I only had to boost 3 kilometers away. And our frameshift drive takes 15 seconds to charge, to charge, 5 seconds to deploy. And then if you look at our radar screen and look at our speed in the upper right, it is an unknown speed. We're traveling through which space? Nobody really knows what the fuck is going on here. So that's all good. And that's another big part of, okay. Oh, and we just needed to stop here. Then we need to go to the next run right away. Come on. Okay. So that's the one system where I don't have to stop and do anything. I just needed to be there. And then we're going to go to the next system. So this is 11.5 light years. So we're traveling 11.5 light years in approximately 20 seconds. So obviously this is significant multiples of the speed of light. So we use our friendship drive to jump from system to system. We use our super cruise drive to travel from planet to planet in system. And so here's the trick with the super cruise drive. The super cruise drive is limited by the gravity field it's in. So the higher the gravity well it's in, the lower the acceleration and top speed of the super cruise drive. So that's why I don't immediately turn towards the planet when I drop into a new system. Because I drop into a new system always near a star, which is a giant fucking gravity well. So immediately, the first thing I want to do is get out of that gravity well. And if I went next to the gravity well, I would not be getting out of it as fast. So I immediately point away from the star, get out, get up to like 1, 2C, and then I can start gently turning towards whatever my destination is. And this is an interesting one because this looks like it's orbiting pretty far out from the planet. So doing a gravity break by that planet, which also has a satellite orbiting it, probably isn't going to help too much. If I were being super fancy, I might actually be able to do, and let's try it. Who the fuck cares? A detargeting thing on here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to detarget this. Ooh, it did work. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Okay, I'm not sure that actually saved me time, but it might have. It's weird, funky stuff with the ship's computer. It probably shouldn't technically work, so let's pretend that it doesn't. Because I just don't think I should be able to do that. I also don't think I did that optimally, but whatever. It's a weird stop. We'll pop in. So here's your standard. Ooh, it's a hammer station. So we've got a Coriolis station. That's your standard little cubey thing that's spinning. Give it artificial gravity. This one has, oops, remember to request docking. Let's see if we can get a good pad. Pad number 1 sucks. 34 is acceptable. It's not great, but we'll take it. Coming through the slot. 34 is at the back. So it's got hammers on the side for increased gravity experiments, presumably, or something. I don't know. But they're cool. And it would be cool if you could run it. I mean, you can run into them. They can smash you. I know we had a race based on them once. I don't recall that it made much of a difference. The whole idea was like, maybe the hammers will smash you, but I think it would be a fun one where you had to like chase the hammers or like tap them, like give it a little love tap. See if it smashes you in the face. See if you die. No shields allowed. And that would be fun. So, I mean, I'm supposed to go through the green lights, I'm pretty sure, but I go through whichever is faster. We've also got some nice ads on the side. Nice nod to our dystopian corporate culture. That's a slow-ass ship down there. There we go. Charging. And pointing towards our next destination. Ooh, which I will have to jump towards. And that's 3 jumps. Hopefully that's supposed to be 3 jumps. I don't know. I don't have my cheat sheet up. But I'm also not trying to win this one. I'm just trying to put a score on the board. So because I've got 3 jumps to go to the next system, I'm limited by the range of my friendship drive. So the range of the Friendship Drive in this is the stock ship I'm flying. So the Cobra Mark III is one of the classic ships in Elite. I don't know if it was available in the first game. I think it was. The first game, again, in 1980. But, so it's a cute old hunk of junk. But it's our stock ship. So we're like, you want to raise stock? You're going to be in the Cobra Mark III. You're not going to get any engineering. Here are the modules you get. Everybody flies the exact same ship. You can put a different paint job on it if you want. But that's about it. So it's got a Friendship Drive range of about 24 light years. So any distance longer than 24 light years, I'm going to have to jump to intervening stars in between. And one of the tricky things is... Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I do want to make sure not to run out of fuel. You'll note in the lower right, I've got my fuel thing. That, so it's got some radio thing above it. Let's ignore that. The fuel bar down there, the yellow part is the fuel. The blue part is how much is used up by the jump. Jumps use up lots of fuel. On average, it looks like my ship passive consumption is like 1.29 tons per hour. I think this ship holds 16 tons. It might be 32 tons of fuel. Let me check that. Oh, later. Anyways, so it would take you a while to run out of fuel. If you were just, oh shit. Now see, this one is only 53 light seconds away, so I don't want to really spend quite as much time getting out of the gravity well, because it's already there. So this is where like kind of the buckyballing art and feel comes in. Now here's where, rather than, so I look at Velho and I'm seeing I'm not looking at the distance. I'm actually mostly looking at the time to arrival, which is 3 seconds. If it's 3 seconds, essentially that puts me on a good approach. That's actually not a bad comparison. It's kind of like the ball markers that they used to use for aircraft before whatchamacallit, vectored radio fancy landing. I don't know what it's called. But the 4 balls, the like two white, 2 red are what I think you wanted. So that's kind of it. You kind of want to keep it at 3-ish until you're in the very ending spot. Now I look at this rotation and I know it's going to be this side. First of all, I can see the ads in front. Even if I didn't, I know that all Coriolis stations rotate counterclockwise when you're looking. Okay, 27 is shit, 6 is shit, 6 is shit, 31 is shit, 34 is fuck acceptable. Fine. We're going to boost into the station. Maybe not advisable, but it's fine. We didn't crash very much. We can slow down. Oh shit, in time. I did slow down in time. Everything's fine. This is under control. Shit. Which one is this? This is Velho. Okay, I'm going to refuel here and launch and go to Collins Dock is next, which is going to be, mini jumps. How many jumps? 5 jumps. Take off, landing gear up, afterburner on, straight out of the station. Definitely very legal. If any traffic controller tells you there's a 100 meter per second speed limit inside the station, that is true. We just don't follow it. They've probably been yelling at me for speeding, maybe, but I just literally can't hear it anymore. Just my brain tunes it out immediately. What was I talking about? So we've got fuel consumption, bottom right. The frame shift drive is cool and works on math, but basically, the maximum, the frame shift drive can use up a certain amount of fuel. Like for example, for this ship, it's 3 tons. Can't use more than 3 tons of fuel. It computes how far you can jump based on that amount of fuel. The cool part is, it's also based on your weight. So if you're carrying more cargo, your jump range will go down. If you're carrying less fuel, your jump range will go up. So one of the ways that buckyballers will save time is we'll figure out a route where like this would be 5 jumps, but I can make it in 4 if I can jump 1 light year further on this, from this particular star to that particular star. So if I make sure my fuel tank is at least half empty by that time in the race. Then I'm able to make that jump because my ship is light enough. And that's the sort of optimization I love. I have not been able to do much of that this year because I have just been so stressed out and dead from job that, oh man, I think my brain loves the optimization part of buckyballing when it has time to dig into it, but I've been doing so much optimizing in my real life with finances and divorce and moving and teaching and kids and trying to figure out how to teach middle schoolers math and get them engaged and interested in it, that my brain, when it comes time to play video games, is like, how about we play Necromerger or Unnamed Space Idol or Sayonara Wild Hearts, something mindless, like clicky clicky make the dopamine happy, rather than like, let's dig into spreadsheets, hell yeah. Which is sad, because I normally like spreadsheets, but I also do deal with a decent amount of spreadsheets for my work. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, maybe it just gets tired of that. But I do love the optimization so much. When you can find the little corner, the edge case, where you're like, oh, nobody else remembered that a white dwarf was here, and I can use a white dwarf to supercharge this so I can go 30% longer on that jump and save a jump. It feels so good. I'm not going to be able to do that this time. I'm going to post a time for this race. I wonder how bad it's going to be. Hopefully not too bad. I've got enough time built up in the game that, like, just my basic super trooper lights are gonna blind me, shining like the sun, violin having fun, feeling like I'm number one. I'm like a super trooper, lights are gonna... Ugh. I'm totally off tune for that. So, annoying thing there. I lost a few seconds. Why? So I drop into the system. If you look in the lower right, underneath the cargo scoop indicator, I have a frame shift drive cooling down indicator. So, like, my frame shift drive cannot be reactivated for 15 seconds, which is fine. Normally that's enough time to scoop a bit of fuel. Scooping fuel is not allowed this race. We'll talk about that later. And orient to the next system and then begin charging. However, you cannot begin charging your frameshift drive for the next system if it is obscured, if there is a planet or a star in the way. You can't jump through a planet or a star. It breaks things. Don't do it. And so because that was a supergiant, and I wasn't quite paying attention and optimizing enough, I wasn't able to get around enough of the star to point at the next system first. So there were about 5 seconds there where my frameshift drive was cooled down, but I was spamming the frameshift drive control on my throttle, and I still was unable to jump because it was obscured. So that's one of those things that, like, that's kind of where you make up the seconds in this race. The biggest part is in these approaches and the docking, because all of those can be done very fast. And you'll notice I'm not docking fast enough that I'm crashing into things, because it's one of those smooth is fast and fast is smooth. Like, you can try blasting into things, but you end up bouncing around, and then it ends up being faster to just go in normally. Now, here's an interesting approach. See, I'm coming in at 2 seconds, but that's because I've got one planet, and my approach went down to 8. So now I've got a full throttle lit up, full throttle, down to 3, and we'll come in and graze this planet. I shouldn't have, that's the thing, is you think you could do technically a pretty awesome approach with 2 planets to break with, but usually it ends up not actually being that much faster. So, I probably lost like 5-10 seconds there off like an optimal run. Again, come to 7.5, request docking, meh pad, bad pad, meh pad, bad pad, meh pad, decent pad. What I would really like is the pads that are lined up. 42. Oh, sorry. So the pad assignments, the pad locations, bit of an overshoot there. Come in, come down, and tap. Okay, and launch, repair, refuel. Oh, definitely refuel. Okay, gonna go up here. Shit, where am I? Velho Collins Furukawa is gonna be next. Okay. Coming up. So if I can get the ones 12, 13, 14, and 36, 12, 13, 14 are on the red side of the station. 36 is on the green side. They're lined up with the slot, so I can boost straight off the pad, which is nice. 12 and 36 are the best because they're close to the start, so I literally have less distance to travel. This makes like a second or two of difference. It's not huge, but it is something. And sometimes races do come down to seconds. So you take any sort of little angle you can get. Some stars have like meaningful names. Some stars don't. A lot of the ones near Earth are named after actual stars in the star catalog. Basically, any star that's in the star catalog in the Milky Way galaxy is, they take whatever data we have from it and put that in game. However, a lot of stars further out that are like tens of thousands of light years from us in the Milky Way, like we can't actually see, they're hidden behind nebula or other stars. So like they just kind of use they use procedural generation code to make those. And so I'm doing this race probably in 36 jumps. It looks like it might be possible in 35 or 34, and saving a jump is pretty big. That's why we care so much about plotting, because if you save a jump cycle from the time you drop in one system to the time you drop in the next system is 45 seconds. So anytime you can save a jump, that's huge. It's almost a minute. And most races are decided by significantly less than a minute. So if you can save a jump off the other competitors, you're doing really good. Most people will find the same routes, but not always. So especially in a race like this where there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different endpoints. And the goal is go through them in any order, figure it out. I used to build spreadsheets and racograms, like graphs of like, how far is this from this? How far is this from this? Somebody designed a program called EDTS, which is like a Python program that will essentially do a traveling salesman solve for you. Shit, I hope I don't run out of fuel. How many more jumps do I have? 4 more jumps. Did I refuel? I hope I refueled. Am I gonna run out of fuel? I'm slightly worried now. Am I heading to Furukawa? Oh, so what I should do, if I were a smart person... Oh, phew, okay. So, see how that's a solid line? There we go. A solid line all the way through, solid, solid, solid. That means that I will have enough fuel to go all the way to my destination. I will not have very much at the end. But I won't have to call the fuel rats, which is good. Because they really make fun of you if you're a fuel rat. And you have to call the fuel rats. They make fun of you a lot. They will give you fuel. They will make fun of you. Anyways, I should do well, man, if only I had time. I should do dispatch on that sometime. Because dispatch is fun. So notice, because this is a shorter jump, it actually takes less fuel. I don't need to use the maximum amount of fuel that this friendship drive could take, like 3 tons. Like this jump looks like maybe it's only taking like 1.4 tons. Because I'm only going 19.4 light years. I'm not going like 24 light years. And it's exponential, which is fun. Because that meant that someone figured out that if you took the biggest ship with the biggest fuel tank and you made tiny jumps, you could jump from Seoul to like the center of the galaxy without refueling. Why do people do this? Because they can. It's that kind of game. That was very funny because like he was just using like the tiniest amount of fuel on each jump, and it was very funny. I think it took him months. It was like thousands and thousands of jumps. I'm not good at that. Some people do these long distance treks, and I always get like bored, distracted, something else. So, like, I have real issues with going distances. Although, with the new frameshift drive, I should kit out. Oh, and there's a sexy new ship. They didn't have new ships for a long time. My personal theory is that they forgot how to code them in the game. Like, whoever did that in the game, like, retired, because this has been around for 10 years. This particular game. And they've had a lot of technical debt and like weird stuff. So I honestly think they like forgot how to put ships in the game, but they must have hired somebody because they have added 4 new ships this year, which was pretty cool. I don't think I've tried any of them out. I probably should, but you know, life is busy. So here's where, I should be coming in faster because I'm only at 4 seconds. I am going to kind of like skim this planet, but not, well, yeah, skim this planet. I want to make sure I don't overshoot. But I'm not coming in that, I am coming in that fast. Okay, not that fast. And then if you look on the lower left, you can see the station orientation. So I want to drop near the front of the station so that I don't have to go as far to get in. So here's Furukawa Terminal. Cool. And let's select landing pad. Pad 1 sucks. Pad 12, yes! So here's a beautiful pad. So I know exactly where this is. So I was able to get in 1 extra boost while coming in to land at it. And then, shit. Oh no. No. Oh. I don't have hard points out. Shut up, idiot. Okay, well, I was trying to be too fancy, and then see there I just lost some seconds, because I was trying to come in too fast and missed the toast rack. But you can see the on pad 12, slam it down, refuel, repair, launch, galaxy map, bookmarks, just did Furukawa, up next is Somerset. So it's going to turn around and it's going to present the slot straight in front of me. Yep. And so now I just boost straight off the landing pad. Oh! Ow! They're not going to like me at that station anymore. Asshole. What do you mean reckless flying? I'm not flying recklessly. It's only 413 meters per second. So now at that station, this is like, it's a simulatory sort of game. So at that station, I've got anonymous access. So essentially, because I broke their laws, if I had killed another ship doing that, the station guns would have been trained on me and would have killed me in about 2 seconds flat. So that's your big fine. That also happens, which is very funny. People joke that the Elite Dangerous Universe, the parking fines are death. If you like stay on top of a pad for longer than 30 seconds, that's not your pad, the station guns will just eviscerate you. I was like, that seems a little rude. Like, don't park in the wrong place. Okay. Same with the toast rack. Like, you can imagine people would like block the toast rack just sitting in there, and that could keep people from going in, other people from going in and out of like popular stations or stations where there are events going on. But if you sit in the toast rack for more than 30 seconds, the station is like, move your ass. And if you don't move your ass, it will deploy very, very high power lasers that melt your ship into slag very fast. So that's amusing. Let's see what else. Oh, one trick though that's funny that people do is they'll get like the tiniest, daintiest little ship in the game, and then they'll go and they'll park it in the toast rack when they see a big ship coming along, a player ship, and they'll just be like, I'm sitting there, and then you bump it and you accidentally kill it because it's like running over an ant. But you did run over a ship and you broke it. And if you were speeding, which is really easy, like most people speed all the time. But if you were speeding, then the station guns will be like, you reckless flyer, and just kill your like $700 million ship. Not actual dollars, obviously. There's no real money trading in this game, and trading money isn't a huge thing between players. You do make money by trading between stations and carrying goods from place to place. People joked for a while that it was space truck simulator, which is not bad. Also, like, honestly, it can be a pretty chill way to just like spend some time, because as you can see, like, every time you jump from system to system, you get a nice long loading screen. When you're like doing super cruise from spot to spot, it's like not that bad. Like, this is a game that a lot of people like play to relax, and also like will play with a Netflix show on the side, which kind of makes sense. Like, you're just kind of trucking. I'm racing, so I'm trying to do things as fast as possible. But, oh shit. Now here's what we call a Braben tunnel. I can feel, because I've jumped so many tens of thousands of times, this witch space is taking too long. 28 minutes. Fuck. Gonna have to check that. God damn. Damnity whammity yo. Finally. Now, because that was happening to so many people so often, I actually added a thing to my race. Some fancy shit. Am I gonna run out of fuel here now too? Please tell me I'm not gonna run out. Oh. No, I'm not. Okay, cool. No! I did. Fuck off. I'm trying to figure out how many seconds I lost there. And no. Okay, here's the last one. Brain. I can't even remember. Hopefully some of that makes sense. The sound in the game is really pretty. I've got it turned down. I could turn it up some. But I really do. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the bass. They got incredibly detailed soundscapes. They mix it all well together. I think they won awards when the game came out for the sound. Deservedly so. It's just absolutely beautiful. It sounds delightful. Huge fan, personally. So... Now this station is far out, so it's going to take us a little bit further to travel towards. So this is 1,490 light seconds out. Oh man. I'm not tired, you're tired. I've got a race tonight. Distracted by a Taylor concert coming in at 3 seconds, 2 seconds. We need to start doing our helix turn because we need more gravity braking, and we're gonna come in. We're up to 3 seconds. Gonna come around. Ooh, an Earth-like with rings. Man, he really did pick some good stations for these. Oof. Coming in, if I get below that yellow line, the game breaks and stops me, which is not good. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. Now let my TTA drop too much. 3, 2, 1. Pop it. Here we've got Somerset Station down here. Boost towards it. And stocking. New pad. 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 Yes! Good pad! Finally. Now let's see if this time I crash into the toast rack to it. Oh, see, it's right there. Beautiful. I'm not sure I got my landing gear out fast enough. And then we can slam onto the pad. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. And this was Somerset Station, which means I've got 1, 2, 3 more stops. Okay. And, oh, it's lined up there. Oh, look at it. Look at it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Oh. You just pop right on out. Get to 7.5 kilometers. And then we smash our way out of there. How many more jumps? So many more jumps. The sad thing is, I don't like the first runs. Ooh, that might be another reason I have a hard time starting it. I don't like the first runs because I love looking at the timer and figuring out, am I getting faster or not? Am I improving or not? And on the first run, I'm like, I got no clue. Because later on, so this is live split. This is a timer that speedrunners use. And so that enables me to see, like, how long did it take me to do this leg of the race? And how long did it take me before? And am I ahead or behind my pace? And so it's really cool. And there's this cool racer named Epiphus who makes files for us. So it used to be I had to, like, hit F4 or something every time I hit a checkpoint, and I had to make my own files, and I had to do it manually. He makes these automatic files now that reads the game logs. So when you arrive at a new system and station and dock and whatnot, it keeps track of all that. So like it essentially reads the game and keeps track of the perfect time for you. Kind of like an automatic clock in a pool or a race course or something. So that's all neat. Oh man. But then I get to, oh look, it's another Braben tunnel. We call them Braben tunnels because the original game was made by David Braben. And so he's kind of somewhat integral to the lore of the game. And we will make fun of him because his stupid game takes 4 fucking ever to load. Ada Corvi, no. Is that? Okay, I hope that's the right. Oh no, Ada Corvi is fine. Anyways. Oh man. Live the yellow submarines in the time. I can't remember what else I was saying, but I love that comparison, and I don't get that on the first time, which is kind of a bummer. So, you know. Here's a big binary star system. There are all sorts of different star systems. There's actually a whole bunch of astronomy you can learn from this game because it models the galaxy fairly well. So one example is KGB foam. So KGB foam, or alternately, Oh Be a Fine Girl Kiss Me, are the different classes of stars, all of which are scoopable. And I think the Oh Be a Fine Girl Kiss Me, OBAFGKM, is the order of star types from largest to smallest. I want to say the sun is a K-type star, so it is near the bottom. But those are all the scoopable types of stars. So in a race where fuel scooping is allowed, which is 99% of races, on those stars, you can super cruise near them, and your ship can be equipped with a fuel scoop that essentially scoops up floating hydrogen out of space and refuels your ship while you are flying. And also, you can think of what that enables you to do is, since you no longer can only refuel at stations, you are able to run your ship closer to empty. And if you run your ship closer to empty, then you're also able to jump further. So essentially, you can start really optimizing a lot of stuff if you do that. And that's especially, oh shit, okay, docking pad number 3. It's going to be up here. Oh shit, no, it's going to be down there. Foxicles, foxicles. Foxicles on a stick. Okay, coming in. I don't want to boost again. Landing gear out. I will have to reverse, right? No, I won't. Foxicles. Okay, coming in. Oh shit. Oh, no, no, I didn't want that. Oh, frack. And down. So, see, normally I'm good at landings. All my other landings are good. And we have a shitty one, just to show you that it's possible. I just had to show you what a bad landing would look like. Hence the... Okay. Make sure not to crash into the tower on the way out. Okay, this is Henslow City. And then the next one will be, boom. Brahma. There it is. No! I can't do this. Okay. Man, fuck. I can't use that map. That's just... Stupid idiot. Stop looking. Why do I have my map button bound to the front? Because it makes sense. It makes sense to point it to the same button. Because you can go to the Super Cruise drive or the Friendship drive. You can go to the Super Cruise map or the Friendship map. Whatever. It's not going to be a perfect run. It's not even going to be a pretty run. I think some people have done this in, like... Is it near 45 minutes? I'm not going to be anywhere near that. I got 3 more stops to make. Or is it 2 more stops? Okay, I've only got 2 more stops to make. It's not going to be great. Hopefully it's under an hour. Am I going to try it again? Probably not. I'm tired. I've got so much. Oh, I need to do Christmas shopping too. And job applications. And so many things. But I should at least finish the race. Get my name on the board. Get some points. And then pass out. Tomorrow is putting lights on the tree. I'm looking forward to that. More jumps. 2 more jumps. Finish leg. Why am I so tired? That's the overheating noise. If you look at the radar screen on the bottom, on the left, so here's the fun part. This last little bit. Oh shit. I hope I didn't get it wrong. No, okay, I've got 3 more stops. Damn it, 3 more stops is a lot. I do have 3 more. Fuck. I'm gonna have a terrible time. Here's the scoreboard. Here's the scoreboard. Yeah. Oh, the fastest people did it in 47. And as long as I get it above 58, I won't be in last place. And I will get some credit for, like, this is my only run. Because I've been busy with work and finals and kids and stuff now. Ba-ba-dum. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum-bum. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum-bum. And you know, organizing the race. Whee! Ah. Whoa, that's coming in hot. I usually put music on because I'm not talking quite as much, but I feel like putting on Taylor Swift would be a good way to get like immediately copyright claimed. Man, remember before YouTube like had that thing and people would just like post music videos all the time? That was wild. So, oh, here's the fun thing. We're over our 100th buckyball race. It's pretty impressive, if you ask me. Better pad. Better pad. Yes, thank you. The original buckyball race, the first one, was before there was a galaxy, before there was a giant bubble. Pretty much there was only, there were 55 star systems. And so going from one end to the other was the first buckyball race. Which is such a good name. And so it began here at Shaoxuan Hub. Shit. And went to the Vonerberg Cooperative, which is now 2 jumps. 2 jumps in our stock ship. Any other ship, it's 1 jump. And it used, like, a lot of the initial times for people were something around 20 to 25 minutes, which still isn't that long a race. But nowadays, started that at like, what, 44 minutes? I bootis. Booty, 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 oh. Bum bum ba ba da ba ba dum bum bum ba da ba da ba da ba da bum 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 ba dum ba ba dum ba ba dum bum bum ba ba da ba da ba da ba dum. Le ho, lady le ho, le ho, lady le ho, lady ho, lady le. No. Oh, I get to subtract Braben tunnels. Woohoo! Maybe my time isn't so pathetic after all. It probably is. Probably is. So one was at 28 minutes. I should be writing this down. Sticky note. 20. You deserve a drink or two. What a nice person wrote me that note. Oh shit. This was a big star, and I didn't clear it in time. Frame shift drive obscured. Now we're gonna get roasty toasty. 46. Jeez. Once you get hot enough, your ship starts taking damage. It's presumably not good for you. I did once get a huge racing bonus by making my ship very roasty toasty. But did not set a record. The record is a little absurd. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So remember, this is the race that used to take people 25 minutes. And I just put it inside my race for the lulz. Because it takes us, like, I probably shouldn't have done, I don't know. It was kind of fun to redo it. It made my race a little too long, a little too complicated, but whatever. It was the last race of the year. It'll be a good one. H-O-T-T-O-T-O. You can take me hard to go. The shady station. It's like dystopian evil, I feel. White and red. Okay, last leg of the race. Let's go. Back to Ashton Gateway. Oh no, how many jumps? Shit. 3 jumps. No! Why? I tried to boost out too fast! Stupid thing got in the way, why? Why would you do that to me? Woo! Big yikes.
Frameshift drive charging.
DT Virginis.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Under 55 minutes would be nice. Plus them Braven tunnel. Oh, I should be able to definitely do under 55 minutes. I've got 3 jumps plus landing. Landing shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll subtract the Braven tunnels and see how much further I have to go. H-O-T-T-O-T-O. To go. And at least I'll have this run to plot my regular run against, although the open unlimited run, the times are more like 30 minutes because they can jump so much further and super cruise so much faster. So like, yeah. It's a fun race. Too bad I didn't have time for it. Someday I'll have time again. Someday when I'm settled into a house, a smaller house, and settled into a job where I am not teaching classes for the first year again. Oh, that'd be so nice. I love that idea for me.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay, final stretch. So turn away from the star. Get up to 1C. Start turning towards our final destination. It's the final countdown. Ba-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Bum 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 bum. Another double system. Coming in. There we go. Ooh. I like that as an approach. Well done, Nick. Not perfect, but pretty fucking smooth. Don't fuck up. It's fine. 36 seconds. Let's see if I can manage to not fuck this up. Slide in on green, down, over, in, and through. Oh. I guess I was supposed to move that somewhere. Well. Sure. Refuel. Repair. Double check modules. Go scoop is still off. And we're good to go. And that, my friends, is a bucketball race. A long one, too.